Man, just have fun and yeah, man, just have fun. And dude, we'll have to cut that. I'm up right now, man. I zoned out. I forgot your question, man. I forgot your question, man.
We gotta leave that in.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Knuckles Sandwich Podcast. I'm Brandon Anderson. Today I'm joined with Updawg Jiu Jitsu's owner, coach, and my friend, Nick. Can I say Dynamite? Is this still Dynamite? Nick Davis, formerly Nick Dynamite Davis.
Yeah,
What's up, bro? How are you?
Good to see you,
Great
man.
to see you.
I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy you're here.
It's been like 10 years.
Yeah.
Probably,
wow,
at
wow.
least.
Yeah.
Yeah, insane.
Wow. Yeah, whoa.
So let's talk about first, obviously we'll get to Updawg and where we are in this beautiful facility, but I want to start first off with your fighting career, how this really came to fruition, how this really began, right?
Yeah.
And you had a very long amateur career.
Yeah.
32 amateur fights, which is unheard of nowadays. 3 pro fights.
Yeah.
Overall, 25-10. I really wanted to talk about a little bit about your record in general, why so many amateur fights, number one, but you had so many added things into your career as well. You did matchmaking and things like that for V3, but then also too, you were ready to fight anybody at any given time.
Yeah.
What kind of went into that as you were an amateur and then moving over into pro?
Man, when I was an amateur, so I started in 2008, competed until 2016, but when I started, it feels like it was a different era. Like I feel like it was, I was able to fight a lot. There was just like, I could just fight on as many shows. There was a lot of shows. I just fought a lot early on. Like I had like 6 weeks of training before my first ever fight, you know, and that's unheard of too. Yeah. So, I mean, it just kind of started where, you know, I lost my first 2 fights. You know, I got that first taste of victory on my 3rd fight, and I just kind of kept going. And then, you know, won some, lost some. Yeah. But it's like if I lost one, then I would just try to fight again soon. That way I could get that taste of victory again. And before you know it, I had, you know, 32 or...
32 amateurs.
Yeah, 32 amateur fights. So yeah,
well, one of my questions is, out of 32, 35 total, you've got to have some great memories. For sure. Right? What are your top 3, I'm putting you on the spot, your top 3 favorite fights that you competed in?
Man, my pro debut has a pretty wild story.
Give me some highlights of it. Yeah,
so my pro debut was for the Legacy versus RFA event. This is before LFA, right? So 17 days before my pro debut, I was in training and I got my nose shattered. Like I got kneed in the face, nose, like just, it was terrible. Worst ever. 17 days out. I didn't want to pull out of this fight because it was my pro debut. And so we got one of those mask things, just kind of finished training, no sparring or anything, and went in there and I didn't even get hit in the face one time. And it was a really special fight, man. It was a really tough fight, and against Law Purifoy. He's a very tough guy and hadn't been finished much, and I didn't get hit in the face one time, and I finished him in the 2nd round. So it was a pretty big, a pretty big one for sure. The Chris Pagel fight, we talked about that a little bit earlier before we started recording.
Just the bad blood in between that and the Camden versus Camden. And
So Chris Pagel, he was one of the guys that got me kind of started in MMA. Like we started around the same time. He started a little before me. We were training together. We're kind of coming up. Training together, the same team. I leave and go to another team, and then he feels a certain way about it. And he really wanted to fight me, and everything aligned to where we could do it in Camden. And it was an
electric show. Yeah, for sure.
It was a really fun fight. I was happy to. I'm happy to have that one. I'm happy to be on the winning side of that one too.
Sure.
So that was a big one. Maybe the fight, my second pro fight against Chris Hall. I don't think I was supposed to win that one. I think I was a pretty heavy underdog. It was also 6 weeks after I beat Law Purifoy in my pro debut. And Chris Hall, it was a really tough fight. He beat me up. He threw everything at me the first round. He hit me with everything. And man, I cut him at the end of the first round, and everything changed. Like once I cut him, the whole fight shifted, and it was a really, really big one, right? Because he could have finished me at certain points, right? Like in the first round, and so I don't know. That's definitely a big one, man.
I love it. And really, I mean, you have said before, whenever you're telling people about Updawg Jiu Jitsu, where we are right now, if you want to enjoy the combat sports without any punch face, is your line here, right?
Yeah.
What moved you into really just trying to do jiu-jitsu and then really starting up Updawg Jiu Jitsu?
Yeah, man. So before Updawg, I was helping Brian with the MMA program for a little bit, and man, I kind of just got burnt out. On the scene, like, I don't know. I got a family now, and I don't the late nights, and it's a lot of energy. The MMA training it's a lot of energy. Whereas jiu-jitsu, like I can come in here, I can have fun, and and I just don't have the energy for like MMA training anymore. I enjoy it. I love to watch it, but
for sure.
But I think my calling is more coaching jiu-jitsu. I think.
So where did Updawg even start? How did that even come about?
So I was talking with Brian because I was coaching MMA here, and I told him that I wanted to kind of start doing my own thing and just kind of start doing jiu-jitsu, right? And he kind of, let me do my thing with it, and then we, I don't know, we're doing some good things in the in the jiu-jitsu community, man.
Heck yeah.
I think, we've been around 2.5 years now, and dude, we're having fun.
Community is a big thing for you as well. You just said like doing big things in the jiu-jitsu community. I mean, if you look at your Facebook page, your Instagram page, you're constantly sharing other gyms. You're going to other gyms, bringing your people there. Like, what does that mean to you? How is that special for you, for Updawg, but for the jiu-jitsu community itself?
Man, I just think we can all support each other. I think it's good for everybody, Like, I don't know, like leaving a Google review for somebody to help build their business and get people more attracted to their business that's something you could do for free. Sharing somebody's post. I want everybody to win, man. Like it's I feel like it's a little different than the MMA community, right? Like with MMA, at least when I was coming up,
you had rivalry gyms and all that stuff.
Really cross-train. If you cross-train, you had to worry about people, hurting you and stuff, right? Like you're the new guy or you're the out-of-town guy coming in, like got something to prove. Whereas like what I found with jiu-jitsu, like it's all love, man. Like people are happy to be around, happy to roll, and I don't know if I'm like trailblazing anything crazy in Memphis towards like a positive jiu-jitsu thing, but like I'm having fun. And
that's awesome. Fun is a big thing for you. Your Instagram page is full of jiu-jitsu memes, BJJ memes, and I mean if we look at the logo itself, it's a meme in itself, right? Like, what does it mean to you to bring the fun into jiu-jitsu, bring the fun into Updawg, and make it a special place like that? Where did the name come from?
Updawg?
Yeah. What's Updawg?
Dude, so true story. Right. I had like a whole other name and like kind of marketing plan, right? And then like the day before, I was gonna like announce it and launch it and shit, I saw that there was a gym in like North Carolina or South Carolina that had like something, and I was like, damn, dude. And then my wife, dude, she watches The Office a lot.
Yeah.
And the Updawg episode was on. And then it just connected, and then I was like, it checks all the boxes.
For sure.
And I was like, this is it.
Yeah.
And it just felt right, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was yeah.
I love it, and I love to see the success that you're getting in this as well, and I can't wait for it to continue to grow for you.
Yeah, man.
It's awesome.
Dude, I'm happy.
One of my favorite segments of this interview is my rapid fire questions.
Let's go.
All right?
Yeah.
So I've got 4 or 5 on the top of the dome that I'm gonna ask you. You have no idea what they are, obviously.
Yeah.
First answer to come to your mind, just let it out.
All right.
What is your favorite kind of music when you're in here rolling to listen to?
Salsa. Some salsa music. Yeah, we're gonna put it on here in just a little bit, man. Yeah, you can't like not smile and move to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, you'll see if you stick around.
100%.
You'll see. Yeah.
What is your favorite submission to do? What's your favorite submission to do?
Rapid fire ankle locks.
Okay.
Ankle locks.
That's not a normal one we get.
Okay.
Normally it's a choke of some sort. But
Yeah.
you'd rather break somebody's
Ankle
leg.
lock guy. Yeah.
If you're currently watching MMA, UFC, who is your favorite fighter on the UFC roster right now?
Max Holloway. I'm a Max Holloway guy, man.
Big fight against Gaethje coming up.
Big fight, man. There's a lot on this, right? So Max never been knocked down, right? And
fighting one of the heaviest hitters.
So this is this is huge. This is huge. But win or lose, man, I just like Max's attitude, and man, I think he's done a lot of really good.
Yeah. Mount Rushmore.
Yep.
Top 4 all-time greatest MMA fighters. Who are yours?
So you gotta go John Jones.
Okay.
GSP, and these are in no order. I'm just thinking rapid fire for Jose Aldo. Demetrius Johnson.
There we go.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. You got any shout outs you want to give, Nick?
Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to y'all for coming through.
Absolutely.
Everybody, man. I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, man. Go Google review somebody. So, like, Google review a small business, man. It really does make an impact.
Absolutely.
Keep going.
Nick, for being on the show today. Sometimes I give people t-shirts and things like that. But because it's Knuckle Sandwich, we made you a homemade loaf of bread.
No way! Dude, I've been seeing these. Y'all's bread game is 100, man. Wow.
Fresh loaf of bread.
Damn. That's love, man. That is love.
Hope you love it.
Yeah,
Nick,
man.
it was a pleasure having you on today.
Dude,
I can't wait to see you again.
Yes, sir.
It's great to see you.
Thank you. Oh, man.
Painless.